everyone doing? Happy New Year to you guys. I hope it's been a good 2 hours and 11, or actually more than that, so 14 hours and 11 minutes into your new year. I hope it's been a great one. I hope you're getting some stitching done today. So this is my I'm Tara, one stitch at a time. Welcome. Glad you made it back to my channel if you are a returning subscriber or viewer. If this is your first time seeing it's usually our channel. Usually my daughters are in here with me, but they're out for Christmas, so they're sort of being lazy. One's laying in the bed and the other just fixed herself some lunch. So it's just me for right now. They may join us later or whatever. So if you are new, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you see. I'm not going to be doing a WIP parade. Everyone's doing WIP parades right now. I'm not going to do one right now. I just did one in June. And I really didn't mentally prepare myself for one because I've been mentally preparing myself for all these challenges that I'm getting into and all these groups that I'm in. So we're going to see how it goes, and I'll go into more detail about those in a little while. So this, of course, is a channel about cross stitch. That is primarily all that I have on here. I mean, I have other crafts and everything, but I don't do enough of it to show anything. So like, I've made a couple quilts in my lifetime and all that kind of stuff, but this is 100% pretty much cross stitch. So today we are, like I said, the girls are just chilling. We're all chilling at the house. It's New Year's Day. There's no stores open anyway. So we were up till midnight last night at a friend's house. We had first went to church. We had a big get together for church, had some fireworks and stuff going on. A lot of people left probably before 9. So a friend of ours from church invited us to go on over to her. I had to take her home anyway because her husband had left earlier than that. So she's asked if I could just take her home. But anyway, so we went over to her house and played around a phase 10 and had a good time. The kids raided her refrigerator. You know, that was kind of a spur of the moment thing. So we had a good time. We were up until midnight, or after midnight, so to ring in the new year. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started because, like I said, there's a lot of things to talk about. It's about my normal as far as the projects that I'm going to be showing. So like I said, we're just going to go ahead and I'm going to jump right into it. We're in our, what I was saying is we are in our comfortable pajamas today. Absolutely nothing fancy today. So in fact, these are some that I got from my mom for Christmas. Louisiana Tech Bulldogs. They are very comfortable. It's the first time I wore them. But anyway, so we are going to start off with FFOs. And y'all know normally, if y'all have been watching, that I normally do not have any. However, I had to do an ornament for my Dash to Destash group. We had a little ornament exchange in there. Just as something fun for Christmas. And so, oh, can't move that chair. There's a chair sitting right in front of me. That makes my camera move. So anyway, I had to make an ornament. Well, we didn't have to make one, but I did. And so it's already been, of course, shipped to my partner who lives in Alaska. And here it's called the Christmas Sloth. It's a pattern on Etsy from Anna X Stitch Art on Etsy. I did it on 22 count white heart hanger. Bailey usually reads all this stuff. 22 count white heart hanger 1/1. I started at the end of November, 2 days in November, so total it only took me 6 days, and it was about 4,600 stitches, a little bit over. So I have sent that off to her with a little goodie Christmas package. I got her, she likes tea, so I know there's a lot of different teas and stuff out there, but I'm not real big on what's good, or, I mean, mine comes from a jug. I buy the ones in the jug, the Milo's tea in the jug. So anyway, I did find her, it's a coffee cup, but I mean, you can use a coffee mug as a tea mug, in my opinion. I sent her some like needles and a pair of scissors, new pair of scissors, you know, things like that. So, but here's a picture of what it looked like finished. Now, this is the first ornament I have ever made. So, is it perfect? Absolutely not. Is it bigger than what I thought it was going to be? Yeah. But as you can see, I sat it in my Christmas tree. I mean, you can actually just kind of sit it in there. It doesn't even, in fact, I forgot to put a hanger thing on it for it to loop over a branch on the Christmas tree. Completely forgot until after I had sent it off. So anyway, it's not immaculate, but she likes sloths. She had mentioned to her family one time that she likes sloths, and so she said on her Christmas tree that she has a bunch of sloths. So I found her a pattern, made it for her, and sent it off to her. So I hope she enjoys that. So that was actually a start and a finish and a fully finish. So pretty cool. It was small, I mean, but anyway. All right, so on to finished objects that aren't fully finished, which is normal. I have two, so I'm gonna turn my back here just for a second. The first one, and this one, y'all don't get excited when I say the name of it. It's Mini Long Dog. It is not a long dog sampler. Hey Bailey. It is not a long dog sampler. It is actually, the title of the chart is Mini Long Dog. It is by River Drift House. So the only reason that I did it is because I had, these two things that I want to show you are not ironed because I didn't feel like it. Plus my laundry room is insane because of, you know, new clothes for Christmas and everything. I'm still kind of doing laundry from everything. So anyway, I did this one because of the weenie dogs in it. So there is Mini Long Dog. It's 14 count cream Ada 2/1. Total, it took me about, 6 days, and I worked on it 5 days in December. So it's really quick stitch, obviously. And it's about 3,400 stitches. So there's that one. Turned out really cute. Not really my forte and genre of things I stitch. I don't really do samplers, which you will find out if you're new to the channel. You know, I do full coverage, and really the smaller pieces are just ones that I don't even know. Like I don't do like the dragons or the mermaids or the samplers or you know, a lot that you see on other people's channels. Now granted, they're beautiful, you know, don't get me wrong, it's just not my style. So anyway, there's that one. We'll continue. The other one you saw in my last video, and I'm gonna, for right now, I'm gonna call it a finish. Is it fully finished? Or I say fully finished, but in the sense of the stitching part, no, it's not. I'll tell you why here in a second, but I'll go ahead and show you. But I finished November. Let's see. Try to get it all in the frame there for you. There it is. Now, Of course, I know you guys see things a little bit different. For one thing, the reason it's not fully completed is because, remember my story of the squirrel? I'm still wanting to just put a squirrel there. So I'm still trying to find a pattern. Somebody did comment of one I need to look at, and I haven't done that yet. So I'm either going to stitch a squirrel in there, and I just asked a friend of mine, I saw that she had a pattern that had a squirrel in it. And anyway, I may can put that one in there. I don't know. Or I'm going to find a squirrel button that'll fit right there. And maybe an acorn button if it's smaller. A squirrel and an acorn. Actually, that's kind of a cute idea. Just thought of that whole acorn thing. Okay, so yeah, for right now, it is finished until I decide what to do about that little part. Now, this is on a 14 count Ada that I dyed, coffee tea dyed. The November. I want your opinions and your comments in the comments below. Do you think that just on the parts where you can see the November letters, especially like where the B is, like you can really kind of not, you almost can't tell that's a B, but that's just the way that the pattern is. And the M has a lot of trees around it. Should I go in and back stitch around just the letters? And, you know, of course, just the parts that you can see of the letters. Because it is a grayish kind of, I mean, yeah, the closer you get up to it, the more you can see. But like if you start getting away from that, you're starting to lose the color of it. So I'm wondering, just to darken it up, should I, you know, kind of go around it in some back stitch just to kind of help it pop out a little bit more. Excuse me. So anyway, here we are, a little closer up. Just my turkey. So yeah, I'm just really excited about finding a squirrel. I think that's the most exciting part of this, and I can't even do it right now. All right, so there's my two finishes for the month of December. All right, that obviously was one of the ones from the Cricut collection, and total it took me 16 days. I just only had to work on it 3 days in December, and it's total about 9,700 stitches. So there is a Sal that me and Angie, the hibernation stitcher, came up with, and I actually need to post. I haven't been posting, y'all. I have an Instagram. I'm the world's worst about posting on the Instagram. I don't know why. I don't know why. So that's one of my goals for the new year, is to try to do better on my Instagram, because I have all these hashtags and I don't ever use them. So anyway, all the Cricut collection months or the seasons, or like I don't know if you've seen the sugar cookies. One says Christmas, one says beach, one says Easter. All the ones that look like this one, her and I are wanting to stitch every single one of them. I have finished October, now November, and I've finished winter. Yes. So anyway, we're wanting to stitch all of them. And so here's the hashtag, stitching all the Cricuts Sal is what we came up with. So if you'd like to just post on there, use that hashtag, I'd like to see. And especially because, you know, some of the model stitches that are on the covers of these Cricut collections, like I'm gonna be doing spring next, and like here's a picture of it. But as you can tell, they use like a yellow fabric, and like nothing hardly shows up on that fabric. So I'd like to see this hashtag being used as what is everyone doing their patterns on, whether it's you're changing the fabric color or you're changing some of the floss colors in it to maybe go with that yellow to make them pop out a little bit more, if you get what I'm saying. So I would like just to see your ideas, not necessarily finishes. Of course we want to see finishes or whatever. So yeah, if you're doing one of those, I know a lot of people are doing autumn still. Caroline from, hold on, I was going to mention her in my shout outs, but let me go ahead and do it. Caroline's Stitching Corner. Hold on, I have notes. She's a newbie to me. She's done about 10 videos, but I love her. Caroline's Stitch Corner. She makes her own clothes too. Why can't I do any of this kind of stuff? So anyway, I think she just finished September. I want to say she's doing another one, but I can't remember which one it is. So anyway, I thoroughly enjoy her videos. We have a lot in common as far as what we stitch. So I've enjoyed catching up on her videos and, watching her. Love her personality. So like at the beginning of one of her videos, just the past couple ones or whatever, I mean, you hear Christmas music and she's just sitting there and she's just dancing. So I mean, it's just, I don't know, you have to be there, I guess, or you need to go watch the video, is what I should say. So she's great, super sweet. All right, so again, new starts, the only one I had was the sloth one, and that was of course the finish and everything. I didn't have any other new starts. I was in one of those moods. I was supposed to have another start, but there's a reason, and I'll get into that later. Actually, it was supposed to be started back in September, and it still hasn't been started. So anyway, I know, I was just in this mood where it's kind of like what I said last video. I wasn't monogamous. Maybe it was just with everything going on, I was not necessarily laziness, but I had like a few things sitting beside where my stitchy spot is. All my other ones are on the shelf over here, but I'm in a totally different room than where I stitch in. So I don't know what it was. I don't know what's gotten into me. It's not that I'm not stitching. I am stitching. It's just, used to, I'd have like 15 whips to show y'all in a month's time. But anyway, so no new starts this month. These are Bailey's notes that that I usually make her every month, and she's not even helping me. So some of this stuff I'm gonna feel weird kind of talking about, because I wanted them in here talking about like things they got for Christmas and stuff like that, but all right, whatever. Real quick, because I don't have that much, I'll do some haul real quick, or some stitchy kindness. In that ornament exchange that I did my sloth ornament for, of course, somebody had drawn my name and sent me a gift. And this is what I got. Let's see. There was a note in here. I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, the person who got my name sent me, oh, here it is. It says, one to use this year and one to stitch for next year. Merry Christmas. So she sent me this ornament. It's a wooden ornament. So there that is. Get this some focus a little bit, and it says some of my best friends are cross stitchers. So that is pretty awesome. Now, I don't know if she bought this because there's the tag on the back. But anyway, I know a lot of people can make this kind of stuff. I can make this kind of stuff whenever I learned that machine out. I did make a whole bunch of t-shirts for Christmas presents. Alright, so there's the one that she sent me for this year, and it has been on my tree. And then she sent me for next year, for the one that she said that I can make for next year. She sent me a Mill Hill kit of a little snowman. Y'all, this is my very first Mill Hill kit. And there's all the beads, and there's all the beads. I've never done beading, so this is going to be, I know I hear a lot of people saying, you know, beading's not hard or whatever, so I'm hoping I have that same outlook on it. I just don't know what kind of, I know there's special needles you have to use for it, and there are needles in here, so I'm going to assume that's probably the ones that I'll need for the beading part. I hope it is, because other than that, I don't know what to get. So anyway, I don't know. I said I would never get into these things, but I have been watching like Chris Cross Stitch. He has been on a rampage with these Mill Hill kits, doing ornaments for one of his trees in his home. And now, if you haven't went to Chris Cross Stitch, everybody watches him. I get that. But I have thoroughly enjoyed the last couple ones. He's actually taken us like on a tour throughout his home because they had an open house in their new home up in the northeast part of the United States. I know they just moved there like at the beginning of 2023. So anyway, regardless, he's been like on a rampage with these things, and he had one of his Christmas trees in his house, and they just turned out so cute. And I'm thinking, now I want to do some. I just got one, so it's almost like a sign that, okay, I probably should do some of these because they are cute. Just beads scare me. I'll be flat out honest with you, beads scare me. Okay, so anyway, there's that. So I do appreciate that. That was very awesome. Alright, let's get this show on the road. Let's get moving. I'm blabbering. Alright, and the other, if you haven't went to Shannon Christine's Facebook page, in December she posted 12 free little small patterns. You know, they're so her patterns are cute regardless, but to have 12 free ones in December, I have saved every single one of them. So if you haven't been there, I'll try to remember to put the link on the in the description box so you can go there and get those. So there's those, and the girls did get me some things for Christmas, so I'll show y'all these. They actually got to go in the store. They went actually by themselves, and they picked out their own things for Christmas gifts. So this is one of the things that they got me here. This little red truck is the Dimensions kit from Hobby Lobby. It comes with the hoop and everything. So super excited to do that one. And they got me some new scissors. Which as stitchers, we always know that we can use those. Oh, I didn't take those out. That's earrings. That's not cross stitch related. I forgot they got these for me. I didn't take them out of the pack. Out of this bag. Let's see. Crinkling just for a second. They got me these needle minders. One is like moved and it's on top of the other one. So hold on. Let me try to fix them really quick. I should have fixed that before. I knew they were messed up in the package. Okay, beetle minders. And they're really enjoy today. Find beauty is what this one right here says. So they are very, very pretty. My girls did good. They did good. Alright, and of course, they actually got me some more needles. And I used size 26, and they remembered that. I was very impressed. And then, poor Bailey. I pulled out this, and it's just some DMC floss. And she said, Mom, we really just didn't know what colors you needed, so that's what you got. I said, well, baby, these will definitely be used in projects, I promise you. So, they got me some floss there. And then the last thing they got me, hold on one second, let me put this back in this bag before it ends up all over this room. Sorry if my voice sounds a little scratchy. Last couple weeks, it's been scratchy, but Jacob ended up having the flu when he got home from his last hitch at work, and so he was down for the whole 2 weeks he was home. And like a couple of days after we found out he had the flu, I started kind of feeling bad, so I did go and get tested, and all my stuff was negative. It was just like I think it was sinuses. My head felt like it was just gonna pop off my neck, and but then I had like the drainage in my throat kind of stuff, and it's still every once in a while, and it may just be the weather or whatever, but so you'll see me drinking my water. I need to drink more water. Okay, so anyway, they also got me a 2024 planner. Now, I'm going to use it. I promise I am. However, y'all know I have this big binder. This is all my cross-stitch stuff. It has different things in it. But anyway, I go and I print out my own calendars every year. So I have printed out my 2024 calendars. This is where I record what I stitch on every single day in my stitch count. Okay. Alright, so I already have these printed out for 2024. So I'm still going to use them for just what I work on each day in my stitch count, like I normally do. I had already bought another 2024 calendar just for my personal everyday, what the girls have going on at school, what things are going on at church, kind of my daily life kind of thing. So, for this one, now this one is, it has, hold on, it has your little days on a spread like this. But then it's one of those where it has the weekly as well. So this should be like the first week of January. And you can write down more detailed plans. No, that's notes. Gives you a notes page. Here we go. So yeah. So it has your, and you can have more detailed stuff. Now, one of my goals, like I said, is whenever I do watch my floss tubes, I've always said, and I probably say it in every floss tube video that I make, I need to start taking notes on who's doing what projects, like that I'm doing or that I like, and I want to, it may not necessarily be something I would do, but I like the project and I want to continue, you know, I want to start taking notes on what I'm watching with you guys, so that whenever I say, okay, well, I'm working on this project, but so is somebody else. Because I feel like, because after that, if I mention you in the video, of course, I'm going to tag you in the video. And I I know this is not all about the subscribers and everything, but, you know, the more we get the cross stitch, what do you call this? I want to say tradition, because this goes back ages. You know, I've been doing this for 35 years. I was taught by my mom. So yeah, I was trying to teach the girls, and they kind of know how to do it, but they're just sort of, they're in and out. Like, they'll work on it, and then they'll take a really long break, and then they'll come back. But anyway, so I want to start taking notes so that I know who's working on what and that I'm interested in. And whenever I refer to them, I can say, you know, I know there's like 5 people doing this, but I can't remember who it is. So I want to be able to say your name on here. And so that way, you know, other people can see your progress as well. So that's my thought on this planner, because it does have the extended little pages that I can write notes in. And so we'll see how that goes. Normally when I'm watching Flosstube, I'm listening. I'm not really watching. I'll look up when I think I need to. And but normally I'm stitching. So that's why I don't ever take notes. And I'm thinking in my head, oh, I'll remember that she's doing this project, or, you know, and then I never do. So, so anyway, and then they got me some pins to go with it. So, very nice. Anyway, that's some of my Christmas that's stitch related. Oh, I'll go ahead too. I'm going to go off camera for a minute, but there'll be pictures up here. So give me 1 second. I got some new patterns. So let me wake my computer up over here, because I forgot, I didn't write them down. All right. Let's see. 1 second. I didn't even get to the file, so hold on. It's not many. Okay. All right, so now you'll start seeing the pictures up here. The first one is Cross Stitch for Everyone. It's called At Rest. And just for the other 4 that I got, this one here is, they're all Heaven and Earth, these last 4. Cardinal and Snowy Pine. And this was a gift that was sent to me from Holly, the Cross Stitching Addict, for my birthday. Yeah, it's for my birthday back in October. I don't think I've shown y'all that one. Anyway, she bought me that one. This next one is, it's Merry Christmas 2023. It is one of the free ones that she put out. She did end up taking it down. I'm not going to go into the whole full story, but anyway, it's not there now, but I snagged it while I could. The second one is called St. Nicholas. And the last one is a second one she put out and then had to take down. Is Santa Claus. I call it the Santa Claus and Reindeer. So there it is. All right. So that is all. That, and that. Okay, that is it. I do believe I have searched my room. I don't think I've thrown anything else in here that I got for haul or Stitchy Kindness. All right. The giveaways. Once again, I forgot to do those before I started recording. So those will be at the very end, as usual. So, but for this week's giveaways, I was given a whole bunch of patterns. I don't even remember by who. They were from my Dash to Destash group. I was doing a sale for this person, and these ended up not selling. And she was like, well, just, you know, do them as giveaways or whatever you want to do with them. She didn't want them back. So, I have a whole bunch, and this is just a few of them. They are older patterns. I mean, we're talking, well, these are all, if you're into the precious moments, that's what all of these are going to be. So if you're into precious moments, have a look at these, you know, comment on all this. 1980, this one's copyright 1980. So yeah, these are, oh, well, that's not, I guess it kind of is. Anyway, 1983. So yeah, y'all know these have been around forever. So we're going to do giveaways for all of these because I have a box full of giveaway stuff and we're not giving it away fast enough and it's overflowing and I want to get it out of here. So I'm just going to let y'all have a look at these and we'll go from there. Okay, so I'm going to be writing kind of while I'm showing these as well. The first one is it's called the Wedding Book. So Precious Moments Wedding Book. And let me see if it has other pictures in here. I'll show you. Oh yeah, it has the whole wedding party. And there's some other things that are in there. Looks like a family tree type of deal. So, oh, that's cute with the little dog holding her little ribbon there. Okay. And there's one of him carrying the bride. Alright, so if you want this one, comment the word wedding. That was pretty much a given. Alright, the second one is called Occupations. There's a little pilot, and that looks like maybe secretary. Yep, and she has her little typewriter there. Let's get some other real quick pictures so you can kind of see what's in here. Not the pattern, Tara. I'll do close-ups. So there's a doctor or a dentist. A dentist. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, she's quilting a little blanket. There. There, anyway. I can't look at these too much or I'll end up wanting to do one or something. Let's see, a nurse and an artist maybe. So yeah, it's kind of hard to see what they're doing. There's a postman. Okay. A teacher. There's a music one. Oh, see, now I like that one. Oh, darn it. It says Onward Christian Soldier. I like that one. So there you go. Okay. So, if you want the occupations one, let's say the word, oh, his name of his airplane is called Heaven Bound. Isn't that cute? Let's use the word, plane, P-L-A-N-E, like an airplane. Not airplane, plane, P-L-A-N-E. Okay. Next one is called John Deere. And there's one in the back. So cute with the little puppy dogs. And real quick, some of the inside cover ones. Trying to keep the light glare. I hope these look blurry. I hope they're not. So yeah, there's some that's on the inside. There you go. Hey Lou, what you doing? Okay, so if you want this one, let's use the word precious. Okay, precious. Alright, this one is Precious Moments. It's called Forever Friends. F-U-R, not F-O-R. So I'm going to say that this probably going to have some animals in it. I'll see Stormy would like that cow. Rhino, kangaroos. Aww. See, I can't look at these things. Some more that are on the inside. Sorry, I can't see. There you go. Anyway, you get the gist of it. That one's cute. Funny with the carrot. Alright, so if you want this one, let's use the word friends with a S. F-R-I-E-N-D-S. Okay, now I have 2 of these, so there will be 2 winners, 2 of the same books. This one is So in Love, is the name of the book. So there's the front cover of that one. Oh, that one's funny. And just to get y'all some ideas of what's kind of in here. Real quick. There's a nice little nativity thing right there. The blue one, I think. Man, I hope this is focusing. It looks blurry to me. Yeah, that's a little nativity thing. So anyway, if you want this one, use the word love. L-O-V-E. This one here is called Peace on Earth. Now, as you can imagine, these are probably going to be all kind of Christmas related. I never really was into the Precious Moments thing. Now, don't get me wrong, they are cute. I was more into teddy bears, really. Like I said, these are cute though. Oh, I wish I could see. There you go. Gives you an idea. So yeah, these are all kind of Christmas related. So if you'd like this one, use the word peace, P-E-A-C-E. Now we're out of room. Okay, 2 more. Told you there's a lot of them. This one is, oh, this one isn't, I will go ahead and do it. This is a Gloria by Gloria and Pat, but it's called Precious Bears. It's not Precious Moments, but it's called Precious Bears. There's the one on the back. Oh, see, I should have looked at this one because this is the stuff that I liked. So there's some that are in there. Just have a quick look. We're already at 45 minutes. I haven't even showed y'all my whips. There's here. And wait till y'all hear about the plans. I went absolutely insane this year on these things. Okay. Anyway, so if you want this one, use the keyword bears. B-E-A-R-S. Sorry. Of course, I usually have my help in here too, and this goes a little bit faster now. I gotta do everything myself. Alright, this one is, it doesn't really have a title. Other ones had titles, but here's this one. This is, I wonder if this is their very first book that they came out with. Because it says book PM-1. So anyway, this might be the very first one they ever came out with. This is the one that's copyrighted 1980. So it's very possible. And some of the others. That are in it. So, since there's 2 little angels on the front, we're going to use the keyword angels with an S. A-N-G-E-L-S. Alright. So there's all the giveaways for this week. And like I said, make sure you watch to the end of the video. And I'll actually have the winners for last month's giveaway from the last video. There was 5. So make sure you watch those. Alright, so real quick, some Flosstube shoutouts that I like to mention. Some are new to me. I'm still finding new channels. My list is still so long, and I don't know how I'm ever going to watch. Even, I probably couldn't watch 1 episode per person on my subscription list for Flosstube in a month, because I have that many people on there, and I haven't gotten to so many of them. But I try when I'll get probably more done because it's wintertime and I hate winter, so I'm probably not going to be going outside and stuff. So, I don't know, it just depends on the girl's schedule, things like that. What's going on at church. So, anyway, Flosstube shoutouts. Alara. She probably doesn't even watch me. 310 whips for 2024. Oh my gosh. And I sat there and I watched all the ones that she's starting. Now, she already has quite a lot already started, so those are part of her whips. But I mean, like, she's starting an additional over 200. I will continue watching her because I would love to see. Now, the way that she did it is every project that she is going to start, or her WIPs that she's already started, she put in, she was gonna get, I think her goal with this was she wanted to get to 250,000 stitches for the year. I think that's what it was. So what she did is she typed up a whole bunch of numbers on the computer. Some say 300, some say 400, 500, 600, 700, all the way up to like 1,600. So for every project that she showed and that she's going to be starting or will continue on for the year, she drew out of her little bowl a number, and that's how many stitches she had to put in there. And then she could put the project away. Some of them were the 300, some of them were 1,600. So, yeah, I'm very, very interested in watching, you know, how she's gonna, if she's gonna do it. Now, 250,000 is an attainable goal in a year. That's probably going to be one of my goals, and I'll talk about that in my stats at the end of the video too. So anyway, 310 WIPs for Lara. Girl. The other one is Burn Stitches. And like I said, I don't have any notes, so something has struck me with these people. I'm sure she was probably doing a project that I was either interested in, and like I'd have to go back and watch. But anyway, I wanted to make sure that I had mentioned her, and whenever I start taking my notes, I can give y'all more detail. But I just remembered that I wanted to make sure that I mentioned her on my Flosstube. God, I hate that. I hate that. And that is totally my fault. Anyway. It's hard to keep up with who's doing what projects. So, Natasha, Bridges Get Stitches. Completely love her channel. She started her first full coverage, and it's the Wizard of Oz. It's the HAED Wizard of Oz, and I love watching her progress on that, because I'm a big Wizard of Oz fan. You know, me and my mom, we used to watch that every year that it used to come on TV, like regular TV, not like Netflix where you can just stream it whenever you want to. Like, we had to watch for commercials that said, okay, Wizard of Oz is going to play on this day at this time. So anyway, Bumble Stitches, and thoroughly enjoyed her projects in her channel. Caroline's Stitch Corner, which I mentioned earlier. I was trying to remember some other. She's doing all the Cricuts stuff, but there was something else that she was doing that I wanted to mention, and of course no notes, so now I don't remember. But I do love her. I love her bubbly personality. My Cornhusker State Stitchers, Jamie and Terry, of course, and actually I just placed an order with them. Their shop is called Heartland Quilting and Stitching. I'll link their website down below, but I don't have an LNS around me that I know of, so I use them as my LNS, and I needed so I had 10 empty bags. Y'all didn't know that. And my law was, you know, there should be no bag that has nothing in it. All my bags should have a project in it. And I have been, like I said, lazy, I guess, and haven't been refilling my bags after I got finished with projects. So I had 10 empty ones. So I spent yesterday filling them. And so I had to get some more, I have one more piece of haul to, actually some very stitchy kindness to show y'all. Anyway, I didn't have some classic color works and 1 week's dye works floss, so I had to order some. So that's where I ordered mine from. But they have a lot of projects that I enjoy as well, and I do believe they are starting one with it's on the Heaven and Earth Together We Stand, which I have already started, and I kind of caught the tail end of the conversation for some reason, so I need to go back. I think they're gonna start a sale with it. So anyway, Corey Creates, of course, is one I always watch. Black Ribbon Stitch Studio, Miss Denise. Holly the Cross Stitching Addict. Holly with My Daily HAEDs. That's all she does is HAEDs, and they're beautiful. I love her progress. She posts on Instagram like every day of her progress on her HAED. So Creatively Yours, she is doing one that I had in my stash that I'm enjoying her progress with. Now she's doing the mini, but I have the regular version, I think. But anyway, it's the Deer Crossing by Heaven and Earth Design. Oh, now I can't remember, but anyway, it's the one with the deer on it. And I think she was doing one other one that I was interested in. Okay, so anyway, Angie, the Hibernation Stitcher. I know she's doing One Nation, but we talk all the time, back and forth. So her and Holly the Cross Stitching Addict. They're two that I try to stay in contact with as much as possible. Cross Stitch Kate. Now, she does a lot of samplers, and y'all know I'm not into samplers, but I think it's just the calmness in her voice. A lot of people have been talking about like comfort stitchers, and I think she's like one of the ones that's just, I could sit there and listen to her all day because she's just got that calming voice. But her projects are beautiful. They are. Like I said, I don't do the samplers, but she does great work. And let's see, Daphne Chamberlain. I've watched her for years. I know she's doing the Monopoly board, so I need to see where she's at on that one. But anyway, all right, let me get into WIPs because this is already an hour in. There's not many, so let me do that because then I have to talk about plans and then some life stuff. Sorry, lots been going on. But then again, plans, you know, beginning of the year, you know, we always set our cross-stitching goals and everything. So I just want to make sure that I document that whenever if I ever go back and watch any of these videos, because these videos are like our journals or diaries per se. So that's kind of what I use mine for. And maybe one year, Lucy, you okay? Okay? What's the matter? What do you want? She's walking in here, like, back and forth. I don't know what she's wanting. What do you want? Didn't you go outside? You want to go outside chase a squirrel? You do? You want to go chase a squirrel? Girls, let Lucy outside. Yep, that's what she wants. Let Lucy outside. No, I'm not going to. She looked at me like I was going to. Stormy, let her outside. Sorry, y'all. I'm listening for the door. Are you letting them outside? Okay. Okay, thanks. Okay, so anyway, let's get on the WIPs real quick. Sorry, I knew I would bump y'all. Alright. The first one was my December WIP Go number 12, and I had to do 500 stitches in them. And it is going to be my little partners. which is the little horses, and it's one by Needlework Treasures, the kit. And this is, I'm going to say this is probably my oldest WIP that I've done. So there we are now. Actually, hopefully I can go back and find where you saw it last time pictures. Actually, and what it's going to look like when it's done. I'm not out of practice, really. I don't know. Oh, I'm forgetting all this. So dang. Okay, so there's where we are now. And I pretty much just put in the 500 stitches where I have been working, which is going to be, actually I think I finished up this horse. I had some fill in on his leg. Actually, yeah, it would have been on his legs, and probably, no, I think the dirt was done. I did some of this green little grass looking stuff, put in some on his little legs. I actually did end up working on this 2 days. I mean, the first day I was working on it, I got the 500 in that I needed, but I worked on it again. Because like I said, it was already beside my chair. And I've been in one of those moods lately. It's just like, well, it's already here, so I'm going to work on it. Which is not a bad thing. Because this isn't one that I just pick up and work on. For some reason. I don't know why. So yeah. 2 days, 833 stitches. The next one is the Christmas Sweets on Platter. It's by Le Petit Croix de Lucie. I don't know. It was my December WIP code number 20. I had to put 1,000 stitches in. I'm doing this on 18 count white Aida 2/1. And I'm almost wondering, it's still on the Q-snap, I'm almost wondering if I shouldn't have done, oh, here's what it'll look like when it's done. And where you saw it last. And here we are now. And I'm doing this is not on Pattern Keeper, so I do have this as a printed pattern, so I'm trying, or I am doing this as, you know, a page finishes. But I don't know. Usually 18, I don't have a problem doing 2/1, but I'm almost wondering if I shouldn't have done 1/1, because it's like, I don't know. It just looks bulky to me for some reason. Normally I don't have a problem with that, but I'm not restarting it. One, because it's a color pattern, which I don't like in the first place. I'd rather mine be black and white. And only just because it's the way that I mark all my stuff off on pattern, on my working pattern, copies of patterns. I was looking for this the other day. It's my needle threader. I needed it the other day. It was in the bottom of my basket. Okay, the next one is my Japanese Magnolias. Now, I normally don't show this, but I put in over 4,000. Oh, for the Christmas Sweets platter, I did 1,055 stitches. I did it for 4 days. My Japanese Magnolias, I put in over 4,000 stitches. So, still, you're probably not going to be able to see like everything that I've done. But the way that I've been doing it is I've been working on one side, sort of almost like the, hold on. Sorry, there's an alarm going off. I've been working on one side and finding the next, almost like the typewriter method that people are using, and starting with that color and then kind of cross country in the rest of the way. So I have, you're not going to be able to see all this. I don't think I can even scoot back far enough. There's how long it is. There you go. So, but you can see, well, while I'm back here, that's the back. So now you can kind of see what I have done. Now, as you can see, this side, or the front side, you're starting to see the true actual colors of this. So there's that. And I wish this wasn't folded, but I have it rolled up because I work on it in hand. So yeah, and of course once you wash all that ink on the background out and everything, it's going to look even better because you're like this flower, you're not going to see the yellow and blue that's underneath it. So it'll be that nice cream and white popping out. So I was kind of excited about that. You can really kind of start seeing what, oh, here's what it'll look like when it's done. So anyway, yeah, I worked on it for 6 days. That's sort of my go-to thing. Like if I'm not in the right mindset to sit here and count patterns, like not count stitches, but like if I'm cross-country and on a project and I have to make sure that I'm counting correctly and all that, this is one you don't even have to worry about. I can just choose a random color, whatever color I want to work on, and go with it. I don't have to worry about it. So humility. This was actually a September WIP Go. It was my number one from 2023. And I don't know, it was one of those things I never could get to it. And then I got into this slump of not, it's almost like I didn't want to work on really big projects, honestly, because I really haven't worked on big projects, not like that one. So anyway, here's a picture of what he'll look like when he's done. And I highly doubt that I have a picture of where you saw him last. So I'm just gonna, he's still on my big frame. I'm not bringing him in here. So here's a picture of where I am now. Now he is done on 22 count hard anger, 1/1. And I'm thoroughly enjoying the 22 count. A lot of people don't, well, even really mention 22. And a lot of people don't like the 25. I'm doing one project on 25, 1/1, and not having an issue with it at all. So I'm kind of liking that. And I've hit 10% on humility on the lion piece. It is an Abraham Hunter piece. It is the one from the Cross Stitch Studio. It's not the crop version. It is the big version. So that's what you see is only, I mean, it's almost 11%, but I wish I could, and I have been horrible about writing down stats. I can't remember where I was from the last time I worked on him, like percentage wise. So I don't know how much I got into him. I did put 4,707 stitches in him because I had to do 4,000, which was my goal for that September WIP Go. And I did that in 4 days. So like I said, these big ones, once I get started on them, I'm fine. It's just, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's moving my frame to where I stitch because I have a lot of frames, because I hate taking projects off of frames and putting, you know, I hate switching them out. I just want a frame per project. But anyway, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just moving them, getting them in there in front of my face so I can do them, or what it is. Like I said, because once I'm going with them, I'm good. All right, the next one is Coffee Letter. And this is one that I got. It's not a stamped kit, but it is from one of those China sites. I think I thought I was getting a stamped kit, but I don't know. I haven't, other than my Japanese Magnolia, that one's from AliExpress, I think. But, I don't know. I'm having mixed feelings about these things. I may or may not get any more of these. I don't know. Like I said, this one is, I thought it was stamped, but it's not. Here's what it'll look like whenever it's done. It's called Coffee Letter. Excuse me. It's done on a 14 count beige Aida, 2/1. Here's where you saw it last. I didn't have much progress on it. And this time I only worked on it 3 days for 762 stitches. Now, let me go ahead and show you where I'm at now. So I finished all the coffee beans and put in the word cafe. And if y'all remember, this is that one with that really, like, literally silk. Y'all, I don't think y'all can even get the true, like, this stuff is shiny. I don't know if you can see it with the light shine on it. This stuff is shiny. Like, when they say silk, it's like literally silk. And it is a pain in the butt to work with. Like, I'd almost rather work with Krynic. It's that bad. So, I'm going to finish this one. It is going to take me a while. Because what I'm doing, this is still 6 strands, you know, within one little thing. So what I'm doing is every day or so, like this black right here, I may take a black if that's my next color I need to jump to, and I will use, because I'm taking one strand out of the 6. Okay, so there's one. It's just like Dempsey. There's 6 strands in that one. So I take this, and it's so long, I can fold it in half. So I will work through all 6 of those lengths of floss, and then I'm done with it for the day. I have found it easier, because I was doing it in hand, I have found it easier having it in my Q-snap. But, like, I don't know if you can see the ends of that. I mean, they're already fraying. And I mean, they've just been in my bag. So, this just, never again, never again, never again. Once I'm done with this one, I'm over it. So, that's just going to be kind of when I feel like dealing with it, kind of a thing. Okay, 2 more. And then I'm done with my whips. The next one I picked up for no apparent reason is my One Nation. Here is obviously what it'll look like whenever it's done. And hopefully I can find a picture of where you saw it last. Now there is a hashtag for this. I'm sure this is not the only one. This is one that I had been using. It's hashtag 50 with the numbers 50 states with the S, Sal. I worked on this 4 days, put in 2,126 stitches. Of course, you know it is by ByGoneStitches. I'm doing this on the 18 count Aida Ale 2/1. And when I picked this one up, I was like, okay, well, what kind of a goal can I set for myself? And of course, this was in my Q-snap. I took it out because I'm ready to move it, but threads everywhere. All right, so I had already, if I put a picture up here, you know, I had already finished, like, I think maybe up to here, because my last goal for this was to finish within the Q-snap. So then when I moved it up, I only had like 4 more rows to do. So that's pretty much where I worked. It's just finishing up, was it this row too? I'm not sure if it was this row too, but anyway, this top part, and that's the top of the flag here. So there we go. That's what I did. I think what I'm going to do for, because, you know, everybody's changing, like, the state that they live in, or the states that they visited, or, you know, things like that. I think what I'm going to do is just take Louisiana and put it in blue. Because, you know, I'm from Louisiana. I I mean, I've already started it, so I don't want to put in all the states that I've lived in, because I've lived in Pennsylvania and Maryland and Louisiana, and I've already done both of those states, so I'm not going to go back and change them to blue. But anyway, the last one that I did or worked on was Bailey's Gradient Butterfly. Here's a picture of how you'll see it if you were to search for it. This is an Artisty chart, so it's on Artisty. And she has color converted everything on it. So this is how this is the mock-up of how hers will look. And I am over halfway done on this one. So I'm at 50.84%. It's on an 18 count white Aida. I'm doing it 2/1. And I worked on it for 5 days. Like I said, even though I just randomly picked these things up, I did actually look at them and say, hey, look, you know, what kind of a goal can I at least set for myself? I mean, give me some kind of a challenge. So here is where we are now. And I basically filled in like here. I'll move this over. Maybe I'll have room over here. I may try to squeeze in where you saw it last time, because I didn't say that. So yeah, I know these little flowers were put in. This little thing was here. This one, but like all of this dark blue right through here is all new. Definitely. So yeah, half the butterfly is done. So, okay, that's all the WIPs. That's all I've done. That is 26,000 stitches plus. I was trying to beat my highest number of stitches for the year. Let's see. Back in March, I had 26,808. So I was trying to beat that, but like yesterday, we weren't even hardly home because of all the New Year's stuff. So I lacked like 600 stitches of beating my March total. But anyway, those are kind of the games that I play in my head. Okay, so let me do this real quick. Hold on. I'm going to quickly do my stats for this month, and then I'm going to do a recap for the year real quick. Obviously my stitch count for the month of December was 26,253. I had 1 new start, had 1 FFO, and I had 3 finishes. For my yearly stats, so January 2023 to December 2023, my total stitches was 216,166 stitches. I started 22 new projects. I fully finished 2. Obviously the sloth that you saw today, and then the you know what? I think it was only 1. It was only 1. I was thinking I finished His Name is Jesus this year, but I couldn't have, because I gave it to Jacob's grandmother last year for Christmas. And I don't think no, that had to have been a fully finished for last year. So strike that. So I'm going to say 1 fully finished for the entire year. I got to work on that. Okay, and then my finished objects, the ones that I finished and I haven't completely finished them off in a nice pretty way. I finished 18 projects. All right, so I have 38 project bags. Okay, it could be these, it could be those nice pretty ones like these, you know. Regardless, I have 38 of them. They are all full. Like I said yesterday, I filled the 10 that I had empty. I filled them up with new projects, except for pulling all the DMC thread. I haven't done that yet. That's all right here in this huge chest of drawers. And so anyway, so out of those 38 bags, the active WIPs that I have going, which means there are stitches put in, they're not just kitted up basically, is 23. So my active WIPs is 23. So that means I have 15 projects in these bags that I haven't even started. So you'll see definitely some new starts next year, and that'll lead me into my plans for next year. I thought this would go faster since the kids aren't here, but I am well over an hour. Okay, so plans for next year / next month / next year. Obviously, I'm doing WIP Go. I very much enjoyed that. Now, I am not going to be as aggressive as I was last year. You know, some of them I had to do 4,000 stitches within the month, or 3,000, or, you know, I was not very aggressive. Now, with that being said, since I kitted up some new projects and things like that, I may change up, because January's numbers obviously have been called, but I filled in my WIP Go boards just using what I had left over as far as my WIPs were concerned. So I think what I'm going to go back and do now is really like humilities on there. Okay, well, my goal this year is to actually, you know, the Cross Stitch Studio has the challenge every other month. So I'm going to be already working on that, hopefully, Lord willing, every other month already. So I'm thinking about taking that one off of my WIP Go board. So I think I'm going to rearrange it a little bit. I'm going to maybe take some of the smaller ones off that I have on there. Maybe concentrate more on the bigger ones. But like none of them have, it's either 500 or 1,000 stitches on my WIP Go board this year. I don't think I did any more than that on any other projects. I am getting into a lot more challenges in other Facebook groups as well, so I need to spread my time out a little bit. All right, now my overflow is still Grandma's Garden. And Grandma's Garden still has not been started, and I'll tell you why. I had bought some 36-inch bars, scroll bars. It didn't come with any of those the wing nuts for the frame. And now granted, the frame that I'm going to use, which is the one that Humility is on, because that one's adjustable like lengthwise. Yeah, I'm one of those that I need to keep all the parts with it, and it does have wing nuts on it, and I could probably use them, but I just, in my mind, I think that anyway, it hasn't been started. Let's not try to sit here and figure out my mind, because everybody would be lost. Okay, so still, that is, I got to get that one going. It's for my mom eventually. So I do still need to put 3,000 stitches in that. Again, it is a challenge month for the Cross Stitch Studio, so I will be working on Humility and my music notes. I'm hoping to finish the music notes. Here's what that one will look like whenever it's done. I mean, I have the words on the bottom, and I have like where the heart up here on the top where it curves, there's like just one side that is almost done, and then I'm done. So I'm hoping I can work diligently on that one if I have the time. that's what I have to get in my head. Like, that challenge, all I really have to do is 30 minutes a day on each of those projects. But like, I don't mind switching projects out during the day, but like on these big ones, I know that once I get started on it, I'm just gonna keep wanting to go. And so I may work 5 or 6 hours on a project. And I need to remember that I've got all these other challenges that I've got to, you know, fit other projects in and everything. So anyway, and they're also doing another year-long challenge. So they're doing it a little bit differently last year than, or this year than from last year. So, but basically kind of the same way, sort of. Let's jump back to WIP Go, because I forgot to tell you what my WIP Go was for January. My number 9 that was called is my pink peonies. Here's a picture of what that'll look like. It is a stamped kit. That was gifted to me by Holly, the cross-stitching addict, and I am to do 500 stitches in that. And then my number 22, my child is so happy. It's the Highland Bull, or aka Woody, as he has been named. Was drawn for number 22, and I will be putting 1,000 stitches in that. Okay, real quick, we will do my focus projects for the month. Okay, so I have updated it. There's some on here that are new, but we'll see what we get for January. Okay, I hit a button. Oh, I hit another button. Okay. A decision. Since this is one of my WIP goes, do I want to just put an extra 3,000 in it? Or do I want to focus on something else? I think we're going to stick with it. So for pink peonies, it should have over 3,500 stitches in it for next month. I mean, why not? I'm going to write that down though before I forget. Okay. Continuing on, now gets into all these challenges I've got myself into. I did become a part of WIP Warriors this year. I do have to do 1,500 stitches minimum just within the group itself, for the group. Now there are other challenges that you can join. One is Feed the Focus, meaning hold on. Feed the Focus, it's one WIP for the month that you focus on for 5 days. 1 hour counts as 100 stitches. You can't mix and match within the event each month. Okay. Of course, this can be used towards my 1,500 stitches dollars. Where am I getting that? For the month requirement for just the group, and I can use it in some other challenges as well. So, you know, they make these to where you can use some of the same projects for some of the challenges as well. So it's really not as much as I'm thinking that it is. My brain just hasn't processed it like that yet. So anyway, so feed the focus, and obviously my focus will be the pink peonies for this month. And so my own focus project that I always do in a month is going to basically take care of WIP Warrior challenges, because they only require 1,500 on one WIP in a month. Well, for this challenge, 1,500 for the group. So yeah, I mean, that could be 1,500 for as many projects as you want, but anyway. All right, going on. Beat the Mod Men. That one is just, you choose a moderator of WIP Warriors, and I chose Anna Maria. I don't know any of them. This is my first year doing this, so anyway, I just have to, if they, it's kind of confusing. I have to take a guess on which moderator will be chosen. So they will choose a moderator. I'm gonna have to do a little bit digging on that one. I'm still kind of confused on that one. I have to count my stitches, and I guess if I beat the, I don't know. Anyway, I'm doing that one. The other one is Whip Frenzy, and that's basically just work on your whips. Like, and my problem with this is going to be taking pictures. I'm the world's worst about starting and finishing pictures and posting them and remembering where to post them. So anyway, the goal of Whip Frenzy is to work on as many whips as possible, stitch between 100 and 200 stitches on each whip. These do actually have, some of them have prizes and stuff, so anyway, that's kind of it in a nutshell. All right, the next, oh, and I'm hoping to get into Road Trip too. I think she's supposed to open that back up. I think it's, I don't know where it's, I think it's Australia or something. I don't know. So I'll probably be doing that one as well. I don't have any details on that yet. Now, Late Night Stitchers is a group, and they are having a little monthly challenge, and basically you just do 750 stitches on one or more projects. So, I'm already doing that, so I might as well join in. Again, it's going to remember, I have to remember to put pictures into all these things. All right, Cross Stitching Sisters is a group that I have joined. They are doing a stitching trip through the U.S. capitals. So it's basically based on the miles in between the U.S. state capitals. So this is my little spreadsheet here. So like here's where we're starting off. So we're going from, and they're all alphabetical order, okay, by state. So we're starting in Montgomery, Alabama, and going to Juneau, Alaska. And the miles is 3,729 miles. So I will be working on projects, whatever I want, and getting up to those miles. So once I've hit that number of stitches, I can then go on to this one. And so, you know, you just keep going through that. And I haven't even added up. I wonder if anybody's done this. Added up how many miles or stitches this is going to be. So yeah, that'll be fine. And obviously you don't have to do that all in one sitting. I mean, you can take a few days or whatever you need to get you through that part. And then they also have a Let's Go to the Library challenge, which this month they are doing action and adventure. And she comes up with, like books, and this is just, again, my thing here. Y'all probably can't even see it anyway. Action adventure for January 2024. And you can work on WIPs or you can have new starts, and you work 300 stitches per book, or if you don't have anything that fits that prompt, it's 100 extra stitches. So, like, let's say book 1, she chose Jurassic Park, and what you have to do is stitch on a WIP that you have genetically engineered, in which case you change the called for fabric or floss, or change the pattern in some way, or has a park in it in the pattern, or anything dinosaurs. So the project I chose was my Bailey's Gradient Butterfly, because she went in and completely revamped the colors of the original pattern. So anyway, it's one of those type of challenges, and we have 10 books. We have the books that she chose for the action adventure genre: Lord of the Rings, obviously Jurassic Park, The Hunger Games, The Da Vinci Code, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, The Bourne Identity, The Hunt for Red October, The Count of Monte Cristo, Divergent, and Lonesome Dove. So, and it is, a way. I mean, I like to read too. So, I think another side goal for this was to, which I don't ever have time to read because I'm always cross stitching. I read when I go to bed, because not that the book is boring, it's just, I guess my eyes moving so much it makes me sleepy. So anyway, let me see. Let's see, I mentioned that one. Okay. Now, the girls still have their wheels too, that on my tablet, that, once all of this is completed, all my goals or all my projects that I have to work on are completed, they can still spin. Or if I don't want, they can still spin their wheels too, because I do have it broken up by, both of them have a wheel, and they each have a list of projects that I'm doing. It could be new starts. So anyway, that's still an option as well. And then also the Country Cottage Needleworks, those monthly samplers that I got a couple months ago. I'm going to start those. So I'll be starting in January, and my goal is obviously to get one done a month. So, I mean, they're only 45 by 125 as far as count wise, and it's not full coverage. So, that should be a breeze to do within the month. So, I need to look at it, because I know that one used a lot of the Cottage Garden threads that I had to order. I don't think I had any on hand of those particular colors, so I may have to wait till I get my order from them to do that. So anyway, all right, so that, as far as I know, is all of my plans. It's not as much as you think. And I keep trying to tell myself that as well. All right. Is that it? Oh, let me show you one thing. Another lady from my To Destash group has sent me some stuff. A long time ago, I actually held a sale for her, but like, she was cleaning out a lot of stuff, and I can't even show you all of this. Let me show you what I can. Okay, so this is the box. All right. There's the box size. All right. Here's what's in it. Y'all, these are brand new. And this is almost full, as you can tell. These are all brand new. Like, hold on. We have like cottage garden threads in here. Brand new. There are tons of, like, these are dinky dyes. And mostly like cottage garden, not cottage garden, gentle art threads, cottage garden threads. I'm sorry, I keep saying that. Classic Colorworks threads. This box is full. And they're like brand new. This is I've never even, it's Mrs. something. Y'all probably know how to say all that. But anyway, it's a full hank of this. Yeah. I'm not sure what these are. What I've heard y'all mention is that one. But like on the bag it says PR100, and I can't remember. Like, there's that. Yeah. Very new. Here's a bag of like those Moe's sale. I mean, this is absolutely insane. But I was going to show. I don't know if these are the, they're silk. It's on those little things. I've seen several of y'all have those. There's those things. Petites. Yeah. But anyway. So now I have to figure out how to organize all that. Because there's actually some in there that I need for some projects that I just kitted up. I may let the girls dig through there and try to find them. So anyway, all right, that is it as far as cross stitching that I can think of. If there's anything else, we'll go over it next month. And so, yeah. So real quick, this is already an hour and 45 minutes almost, but if you're interested, here's a little bit of life updates, and I'll start scrolling pictures right now, just so they're all not at the end of the video. But so I think in November, or in the last video, we forgot to mention that Bailey was inducted into her beta group at school, beta club at school. So we are very proud of her on that. And you know, 6th grade is hard and different, and especially, you know, she started a new school and everything, so she's doing great with her grades and everything. So we are very proud of her for getting inducted into the beta club. We also forgot to mention she got a piano, and it's actually one of those keyboard things for her birthday. And so she's been actually kind of teaching herself how to play. At the end, I may put a little video of her playing one of her songs. I mean, she's not playing two-handed yet, but she's learning to read the music and everything like that. So she's doing really great at that. And so let's see, Christmas is pretty much everything that has went on. We went Christmas caroling with our church. We went to Natchitoches, which is not quite an hour away from us, but we met my family in Natchitoches, my mom, dad, my brother, and my niece and nephew, and we went and had dinner at the most awful place that we've ever eaten before. Natchitoches is, I guess, famous for their meat pies. And if you don't know what a meat pie is, just Google it. I'm sure there's some history behind that or whatever. But anyway, there's a so-called restaurant there that supposedly specializes in meat pies. Now, those were the worst meat pies that I've ever eaten in my life. And it's funny because in the grocery store, I can buy a box of meat pies, and you can just throw them in your air fryer or throw them in your vat of grease and fry them up, and they are like the best things in the world. Well, maybe it's because I'm comparing them to that, but the ones that we had at this restaurant were horrible. They were horrible, and they're supposed to be homemade. Now, the crust part is homemade, but I don't know what that meat was, and I ain't gonna ask questions because I'll be scared to know what they used. So anyway, that's bad. So anyway, but Bailey, we were at that restaurant, and like she had never eaten a meat pie in her life before. She's really picky, and so we were eating, and she was like, "Mom, this is really good and everything." I said, "Baby, I said, this is one of the worst things that I've ever eaten in my life." And I said, "I'll cook you some that I get from the grocery store and let you compare them." I said, "Those are a lot better and easier." So anyway, my nephew, he's 11, 12. Anyway, he ordered some corn fritters. And of course, again, that's a Southern thing. So if you don't know what they are, just Google it. The corn fritters, I know, obviously come from a grocery store. They're in a bag. It says corn fritters. And, it's like a cornmeal with corn in it. It's almost like Hush Puppies, but it's not. Like, the consistency of the bread part of it is different. So anyway, but they're really good. And when he ordered corn fritters and they brought their corn fritters out, it was Hush Puppies. Hush Puppies. Like what you cook when you fry fish and all that kind of stuff. Now, they were like huge. They were like that big. Like, and Hush Puppies are usually like smaller. So Hush Puppies like that. And they were burnt. And he opened one up. He was like, "There's like 2 pieces of corn in this thing." Now, obviously some cornbread, some people put actual corn in it, and some people don't. But yeah, that was their corn fritters. Like, no, that's not what that is. And they should know that. But anyway, so that was kind of bad. But anyway, the fireworks were great, and we had a good time. The kids hit up the candy store there, and on Main Street, and there's a lot of shops and stuff there. But by the time, that was the day Jacob got sick, so I was late getting there because I had to take him to urgent care, and we sat there for like 3 or 4 hours because the flu was going around rampant. So anyway, by the time we got there, it was kind of getting late, and some of the shops had closed, so we didn't get to do a lot of shopping, but it was still a fun time. Christmas came here at home, and girls got a lot of good stuff. Bailey got some piano books for her piano, and I don't think I've heard her play one song out of it yet. Stormy got a new pair of cowboy boots. Let me think. Gosh, now I can't even remember what all they got. That's bad. I'm going to continually keep scrolling pictures because I can't look because you're on my phone. Anyway, they had a good time. They had a good time. Lucy got some new clothes. So, Lucy now has her own little closet. I went and bought her the baby size hangers. Yeah. She now has her own little closet. Her clothes hanging up on hangers. Oh, Bailey did get the Ticket to Ride game, which was, we played it a couple years ago at church one night at game night, and it was so fun. It's a thinking game, and it's a strategy game, but it's fun. It's fun. We have just the regular version of it. There are many different ones for different countries. So, anyway, and then last night, of course, we had a big thing at church. Yesterday afternoon, they roasted a pig and did some chicken on the barbecue, on the grill, and then everybody brought a dish or two, and I brought a peach cobbler, and so we ate, and then we had some fireworks. They do fireworks there every year around 7, and then some of us stayed around, so around 9 or so. Played some games. Some people play that Mexican train dominoes or whatever. Me and some of the kids had started the Ticket to Ride game, but we didn't get to finish because everybody started to leave around 9. And then we ended up going to another friend's house. I had to take her home anyway because her husband had left early. And so we went to her house and played a round of Phase 10, that card game. So anyway, so about midnight I was driving home. And that's about it. That's about it. So again, don't forget the giveaway winners will be here at the end. So make sure and I do tag my winners in the description below. So I don't want y'all to miss out on them. Anyway, so I hope y'all enjoyed this very long, and I do apologize, very long video. And we'll get back on track next month. Because normally they run just about a little over an hour. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Please leave me comments. I love reading comments, and I do respond to pretty much every single comment. Don't forget about commenting for the giveaways this month. And please like. Oh, I don't ever say for the giveaways, like I don't ever say all that disclosure stuff, like be 18, be a subscriber. Like y'all have heard all that, so that pretty much applies to me too. So yeah, I always forget to say it all until I hear it on other people's Flosstube. I'm like, oh, I probably should have said all that. But anyway, thank you for joining me for these almost, well, it'll be a 2-hour video by the time I get the pictures in and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna go and get some stitching started for the new year. I obviously have plenty to do, and it's just figuring out where to start. And so I'd have to start supper too, figure out what we're going to do for supper. So anyway, we will see you again on hopefully February 1st, if everything goes as planned, and catch you up with what I do in January and see how all these challenges work for me. You know, some of them may not work. I may have to drop out of some of them, but I'm hoping I don't. I'm going to try my best. So we will see you again next month. And until then, have a happy new year. Strive to attain your goals if you possibly can. There's a couple that, you know, just within my life that I have set and hope to accomplish this year. And so yeah, we will see you again February 1st. Talk to you later. Bye. Okay, I'm back, guys, really quick with the giveaways for last month. There was 5 giveaways that Bailey actually had picked out for you guys. So let's get going with those. I have done the random comment picker for YouTube comments, and I will be putting up a screenshot of the ones that were chosen. So the first one we had was Fat Flakes. It's a Jeanette Cruz design. Do it this way. I kind of moved my camera, didn't I? Alright, so the person that was drawn for this one is Natasha at Britches Get Stitches. So all of you that do win, my email is down below. Some of you probably already have it, but just shoot me an email again. I know some of you have one before, but I don't keep y'all's addresses. Maybe I should. Anyway, just send me your address again. What you won, well, I know what you won, but your address, just email it to me, or Instagram message is fine too, or Facebook if we're friends on Facebook. And if we're not, we can become friends on Facebook, because I don't mind. Alright, the next one was the Merry Christmas, the Pat Olson's Merry Christmas pattern, and the person that will be receiving this is Holly, the cross stitch addict. So Holly, I know for sure that I have your address, so I'll just get this in the mail to you. And the next one is Christmas Journey. Oof, throwing things around here. Christmas Journey, it is by Leisure Arts. Very nice pattern. Sorry, my light, of course, is right there. And the person that is going to win this is Miss Desiree Feister. So, Miss Desiree, if you could email me or Instagram me your address, and I'll get this out to you. The last pattern is the Primrose Cottage Christmas Letters. And the person that is going to win this is Miss Daphne Chamberlain. So congratulations, Daphne. That will be going to you. And the last thing is the Charles Craft white, the 28 count linen. And again, this is going to be taken out of the tube. I will have it in a not a Ziploc bag, but you know, one of those clear bags, you know, to give it some protection. But I won't be sending it in this tube, so just so you know when you get it in the mail. So anyway, the person who is going to receive this lovely piece of new fabric is Daphne Chamberlain as well. So congratulations to you all. And y'all email me, Instagram me, Facebook me, whatever you have to do to get me your information. And that's it. So congratulations. Talk to you later. Bye.